Welcome back to the Knights Field on the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside Sean Kobrin. And we're all set for the top half of the third. It's tied 1-1. And Sean, let's take a little closer look at the career highlights for Tom Schaefer, or some of the career highlights, I should say. He's now in his 7th season with the team. Yeah, and we talked at the Open about Germantown being the big dog right here, but Rockville, no slouch as a program at all. Schaefer led the Knights to back-to-back Region 20 tournaments in 04 and 05, so some very recent success. And in 2004, the Knights finished the season ranked number 5 in the NJCAA. He's also the director of operations at the Rockville Express, so guy who's always working baseball. And we heard during the inning break, talking to Ben Keller, Sean Plouffe hits a triple. Maybe you don't want to hit the first pitch after that because he just hustled all around the diamond. Well, just a word about the Rockville Express for those who are not familiar with the Rockville Express. They're part of a league called the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate League, and it's a wooden bat league. It's very similar to the Cape Cod League up in Massachusetts. It's where a lot of college guys come and play summer ball. It's a very high caliber league, and they do play here on the Rockville field of Montgomery College. Tom was the head coach there for a couple of years. Now he's moved up the ladder to being in charge of the whole baseball operation for the Express. And as a head coach, he led that team to a championship one year. So guy who's accustomed to success wants to see that happen here with his Rockville Knights. Just last year they won the championship. Year before they were in the final, and last year they did win it. So he's had great success there. So Ross Sweeney back up. He grounded to short. He hits a little blooper right at Eric. Shortstops are getting some work in this game. They sure are. So he leads off with a pop up. He did score. He was the lone run so far for Germantown. He forced Voigt at second, but then did finally come around to score. Here's Shane Ittenbach. Dropped that double down the right field line back in the first. A little bit of bad luck for Rockville. Shane Ittenbach from High Point High School in Beltsville, Maryland. Played first base last year. Has moved over to third this year. And one thing I got to say about Shane, I hardly recognize him this year. He's lost a lot of weight between last year and this year. Now he still weighs in at 225, but that is a very solid-looking 225, and he's going to use all that power. Well, probably the highlight of Shane's freshman season was last year he was named to the all-tournament team during the World Series. Of course, Germantown made their second straight visit to the Junior College World Series last year, and Shane was honored to make the all-tournament team. Yeah, and he was very modest about it. He said he was just getting what the pitchers gave him, was up in some fortunate situations, and was really just being a singles hitter. Hit a lot of singles to make the all-tournament team. Right, he said he didn't have any home runs. He just hit a lot of singles. Got a very good eye. He's heading the count now, 3-0. As Rockville looks to get things going here in the top half of the third inning. Carley has settled in, pitched very well over the first two. He gets a strike there to stay in it. And with Ittenbach, you know, Coach Rasher did not name any captains this year, so it's sort of up to the sophomores to be, you know, a collective unit of captains. And Ittenbach's one of those guys, played at first, plays third this year, pitches a little bit, supports his teammates, modest about his own abilities, and really a gamer in the big games. With the all-tournament team for the World Series, hit a home run the first time these two teams played. So this is a guy you really want to have on your team. He hits it off the fist. It's going to be a tough play. Carley's got to get over. He does for the out. So that's 2 up, 2 down in the top half of the third inning for the Griffins. Good heads up and good cover by Carley. Off the mound as soon as the ball was hit, so he knew where he had to be to get that out. Good fundamental play there. And that brings up Mike Bachman. Mike has the lone RBI so far for Germantown. Hit an RBI sacrifice fly to right field. It was really more of a line drive to right field. Yeah, he made some solid contact with that pitch, but deep enough to get the job done. And he's quickly ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning on a beautiful day in Rockville, Maryland.
Bachman, another gamer, guy with the disposition to be on a team like Germantown. When we talked to him, he was talking about the raised expectations, the bullseye that Germantown has on their back, and he says, hey, bring it. That helps us play better when teams are trying to play their best against us.
He hits it sky high to center field, and McTighe has it for the 3rd out. They used to call that a can of corn. So anyway, after 2.5 innings of play, our score remains tied at 1, and we'll be right back with Rockville and Morris leading off.